Imagine waking up one morning, checking your bank account, and seeing just a single digit, $0, not a cent to your name, no savings, no safety net, nothing to fall back on. For most people, that's the nightmare scenario. But here's the shocking truth. More millionaires than you think started exactly there. They weren't born into wealth. They didn't win the lottery. And they didn't stumble upon some magical get-rich-quick scheme. They built their wealth brick by brick, starting with nothing but time, discipline, and strategy. And if they could do it, so can you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how, not theory, not vague advice, a complete blueprint, the same roadmap that's taken countless people from broke and stressed to financially free and living life on their terms. And I promise you this. If you truly commit to this process, if you're willing to be patient, disciplined, and persistent, you can absolutely go from $0 to $1,000 in your lifetime, and possibly much sooner than you think. Let's start with the most important truth about money. Wealth is built, not earned. Most people believe that the key to getting rich is to earn more money, get a better job, work longer hours, maybe even get a second gig. And yes, earning more is part of the equation. But the reality is, no matter how much you earn, if you don't know how to manage, grow, and multiply your money, you'll stay stuck on the same treadmill forever. Wealth isn't about how much money flows into your life. It's about how much you keep, how you use it, and how effectively you make it work for you. So, where do we begin? With mindset. Because without the right mindset, no amount of money advice will ever stick. If you're starting from zero, the first and most powerful shift you need is to stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like an investor. Consumers spend money to solve problems. Investors use money to create opportunities. Consumers think about the next paycheck. Investors think about the next decade. If you're serious about becoming a millionaire, you need to adopt the long-term vision of an investor, even when you're broke. This means asking different questions. Instead of, what can I buy? Start asking, how can I make this money grow? Instead of, how can I afford this now? Ask, how can I afford freedom later? That mental switch is the first step to building wealth. Now, let's talk about the first real move, mastering your cash flow. Cash flow is simply the money that comes in versus the money that goes out. When you're starting with zero, you have to create a positive cash flow, more money coming in than going out, no matter how small. That might mean cutting back on luxuries, moving into a cheaper apartment, cooking at home instead of eating out, or selling unused items. The point isn't how much you save at first, it's developing the habit of living below your means. Because every dollar you don't spend is a soldier you can deploy toward building wealth. At the same time, look for ways to increase your income. When you're starting from nothing, your best investment is in yourself, your skills, your knowledge, your earning potential. Learn a high-value skill that the market is willing to pay for. It could be coding, design, sales, marketing, copywriting, or anything that adds value to businesses or people. The internet has made it easier than ever to learn these skills for free or very cheaply. And once you have one, you can start freelancing, consulting, or even building your own small side hustle. Now here's where most people mess up. They start earning a bit more, and what do? They increase their lifestyle. They buy a better phone, move into a bigger apartment, eat out more often, and just like that, their expenses rise to match their income. And they're stuck again. If you want to break free, you must resist lifestyle inflation. Every time your income increases, keep your lifestyle the same and invest the difference. That's how you start accelerating the wealth-building process. Once you have consistent positive cash flow, the next step is building a safety net. This is your emergency fund, ideally 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Why? Because life happens. Cars break down. Medical bills pop up, jobs disappear, and if you don't have a cushion, you'll be forced to go into debt, which can wipe out all your progress. Think of your emergency fund as the foundation of your financial house. It's not exciting, but it's essential. With your emergency fund in place, now you're ready for the fun part, investing. And this is where the real wealth is built. Because earning money makes you comfortable, but investing money makes you free. The simplest, most beginner-friendly way to invest is in the stock market, specifically through low-cost index funds or ETFs. These funds allow you to own tiny pieces of hundreds of companies, spreading your risk and letting your money grow with the economy over time. Historically, the stock market has returned about 7 to 10% per year on average. That might not sound like much, but thanks to compound interest, it's a game changer. Here's how powerful compounding is. If you invest just $500 a month in a diversified index fund and earn an average return of 8% per year, you'll have over $1,000 in about 30 years. That's the magic. Small, consistent actions repeated over time become massive results. And the earlier you start, the more compounding works in your favor. Time is the most powerful force in investing. More powerful than timing the market, more powerful than picking the right stock, more powerful than any secret strategy. But don't stop there. Once you're comfortable with basic investing, start learning about asset diversification. That means spreading your investments across different types of assets, stocks, real estate, bonds, maybe even small business ventures or alternative assets. Real estate, for example, can offer both cash flow and appreciation. Buying rental properties, even one or two, can generate passive income while building equity. If you're entrepreneurial, starting a business can be one of the fastest ways to build wealth. Most millionaires didn't just invest in stocks. They built businesses that solved problems and created value. The risk is higher, but so is the reward. And in today's digital economy, the barrier to entry has never been lower. A simple online service or product business can scale into a 6- or 7-figure enterprise. Another key principle on your journey is reinvesting profits. Whether it's income from your business, returns from your investments, or cash flow from real estate, reinvest as much as possible, especially in the early years. Don't fall into the trap of spending your returns. Let them compound. Think of every dollar you reinvest as planting another seed. Over time, those seeds grow into a forest. Now let's talk about something most people ignore, but which separates the wealthy from the average: tax strategy. Taxes are often your biggest expense, and the wealthy understand how to minimize them legally. This means learning about tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs, 401ks, or their equivalents in your country. It means understanding how capital gains are taxed differently from income. It means structuring your business or investments to keep more of what you earn. You don't have to become a tax expert, but you do need to learn the basics or hire someone who does. Every dollar you save on taxes is a dollar that can be invested and compounded. As you grow your wealth, focus on systems, not motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Systems are permanent. Automate your savings and investments. Set up automatic transfers so that a portion of your income goes directly into investment accounts before you even see it. This removes temptation and makes wealth building effortless. And perhaps most importantly, be patient. This is the part that scares people. They want to go from $0 to $1,000 in a year. And while that's technically possible, it's rare and often involves high risk. For most people, wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. But here's the good news. Once the momentum builds, it snowballs. The first $10,000 might take a year. The next $10,000 might take 6 months. Eventually, your money is working harder than you are. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't intelligence, luck, or even talent. It's consistency. The ones who make it are the ones who show up month after month, year after year, even when it's boring, even when it's slow, even when it feels like nothing's happening, because they know that wealth is built in silence and revealed in time. So here's the blueprint, summarized into a simple path you can follow. 1. Shift your mindset. Think long-term and like an investor. 2. Master your cash flow. Spend less than you earn. 3. Increase your income. Build valuable skills or side hustles. 4. Build a safety net. Protect yourself from emergencies. 5. Invest consistently. Start simple, leverage compounding. 6. Diversify. Explore real estate, business, and other assets. 7. Reinvest profits. Let your wealth snowball. 8. Optimize taxes. Keep more of what you make. 9. Automate. Let systems work for you. 10. Stay patient. Play the long game. This isn't just a roadmap to $1,000. It's a roadmap to freedom. Because at the end of the day, money isn't just about numbers, it's about choices. It's about waking up one day and realizing you don't have to work for a paycheck. It's about spending time with people you love, pursuing projects that excite you, living life on your terms. And the best part? That future isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's available to anyone willing to put in the work. You might be starting from $0 today. That's okay. Every millionaire had a day one. What matters is that today, you make a decision to stop surviving and start building, a decision to take control of your financial destiny. Because the truth is, the road from $0 to $1,000 isn't easy, but it's absolutely possible. And it starts with a single step: action. So what are you waiting for? Your journey to financial freedom starts now.